Hey my friend, welcome back for another video. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm excited to share with you what I have to talk about today, which is, well, what an amazing life that you can create. Because it is certain that anything that you want in your life, you can truly have. And I've created a really wonderful life for myself in many ways. So I've made millions of dollars. I'm 36 now. I live a life of total freedom and ease to do what I want, when I want. And, there's always higher heights of freedom, of choices. And there will always be a bigger dream. So of course I always have bigger and bigger dreams. I'm here to tell you that you can achieve that too. And you can achieve your wildest dreams beyond what you've even imagined yet in your life. And I truly want that for you. I know that you can do it. I want it for you. And I'm here to inspire you and to empower you to create that for yourself in your life. I'm out here taking a walk, this beautiful trail here. I take a walk every day. I find it's really important, and I recommend it to you too, because on this journey, it can be tempting to get caught up in this chase and this trying to get things done and make things happen. And the real power and leverage that we have as humans, this real powerful place that we can be in, is to letting go. And it seems counterintuitive to having these big dreams or to having, ambitions in life. And, it can be like in society, we're taught to, like, you got to work hard and you got to chase these things and, stay really focused. And focused is definitely an aspect of it, but maybe not in the way that you've been taught or that I was taught initially. And so this is what I have found that has helped me live the most happy life that I can live, have the most freedom, the most ease in my life, and make the most money. And so that's what I want to share with you today, because I'm really passionate about this whole topic and what I speak about here, because one sec, my jacket was falling off there, because it's made such a huge impact on my life. And like I said, I know that it can make a huge impact on your life too, if you choose to follow this path and to really connect in with the true power that you have and the true power that is available to you in this world. Because you've probably heard it before, there's some kind of saying about, like, we use like 1% of our full potential. And so it's like, why not? Why not use more of our potential as human beings? And this is one of the ways to do it. And, I've studied a lot of different literature, and any books that I can get my hands on. I listen to audiobooks a lot, but I have read some books too, quite a few, and videos and podcasts and, anything along these lines. And a lot of people talk about it as law of attraction. So if you've heard law of attraction, that's the basis of what I'm talking about here today. And it's something that is a tremendously powerful and underutilized tool. We accept the law of gravity, and the law of attraction just seems like it's something that people just haven't quite grasped. But my belief is that is changing, and I'm seeing it change more and more, and every day as more people are being born and coming into their own power as humans on this planet. And I've seen it around me, and I've seen just more and more people understand these practices and utilize them in their own life and become really amazing at creating the life of their dreams. So let's get to it. This is something that you can do every day, all day. This is something that is not hard work. It can be a game. It can be fun. You can choose to make it an easygoing kind of practice in whatever you're doing. You don't have to change everything in your life. There is things that may change as you practice this, because you will become a different person. You will become someone that attracts different things into their life. And as part of that, some of the people, some of the experiences, some of the work that you're now doing may become outdated. And there might be new paths that open up for you. There probably will, unless you've been living this without really acknowledging it or knowing what it is, and have really been practicing these practices and living your dreams in some big ways. I'm a little bit out of breath because I'm a pretty fast walker, and I just went up that hill kind of fast. So be ready for some major changes in your life. And I've talked about this in past videos. Is one of the first things that I recommend to people is to start meditating. And, some people think that is, something they don't have time for or don't need. But it's the most powerful tool that you can use. And you don't have to do it long. It's just about quieting your mind for 15 or 20 minutes every day. It's not about doing it a long time. It's doing it consistently. And that's something that I do every day and has been tremendously beneficial to my life. And the reason why I'm walking by this creek here, so it's going to get a little bit louder for a moment, but the reason why it's so powerful is because it's easier to have no thoughts than it is to have pure thoughts. And ultimately, we want to have pure thoughts. We want to have thoughts that are in alignment with our big dreams, with our dreams in life, with our desires in life. And if you're wherever you're starting from, sometimes it might be easier or more challenging depending on where you're starting from. So wherever you are, start with that. And if you've been around just seeing like entrepreneurs these days, and something that I've witnessed is a lot more people are choosing that run like huge, billion-dollar businesses even talk about meditation as part of their journey. Because in the midst of everything going on in the world and these fast-paced lifestyles, to be able to calm your mind and slow down and get into a place where ideas can flow in, and just the peace and the satisfaction of it is really worthwhile to do. And I want you to try it, even if you're a little skeptical. Just, there's meditation things, like I said, 15 or 20 minutes is really all that you need. And, you can listen to someone's voice in a meditation. There's different ones like that. Or you can just put on, listen to your breath is the most basic. Or some people put, like, this is something I do. I put on like a fan sound. That's just a really consistent sound on a app, And so, I do a variety of different ones, but it just depends on my mood. So try out something. Just give it a try once. And at first, it might be, you might only make it a few minutes in and just have like thoughts going so fast in your head that you don't know how to stop. But once you start practicing this, it'll be easier for you to quiet your mind, and you'll get into some really satisfying places. And sometimes it'll be almost like a out of body experience where you're, when you really get good at this, where you're not even really aware of your body as much. Your body becomes numb to what you can't feel it. So and you'll just be in this really like quiet, thoughtless space. And that is the ultimate goal. And then once you get there and practice that, you may have ideas and thoughts come to you from this space. And that's a really valuable thing to be able to be aware of, is once you get into that space, to be aware of the thoughts that are coming in that space and acknowledge them as these thoughts from a pure place. So the next thing that has helped me a lot in my life is journaling every morning. And, I don't know how your life is right now, but you might need to get up earlier. You might need to cut out some time before your children are up or your partner's up, or before you have to go to work to be able to do these things. But to really get into this place of empowerment in yourself, I can tell you from my experience that it's worth it. Anything that you need to do is worth it, and it will be more leverage than any of those other things that you think or you've been trained are working and are working better. And your ultimate goal here, as I wrap up the video, I can talk about some of the other processes that I use in other videos, but the ultimate mission here, the ultimate goal is to be so stable in yourself and your emotions that no matter what other people are doing in your world, or whatever circumstances are happening in your life, or what political systems are doing, or what's happening in the world, that you can stay in a good place, that you can stay happy, that you are unconditionally happy.